Hey guys, welcome back. We got a brand new character for Dungeon Boss here. We've got the Undying, a new undead character. We're going to summon him and check him out, see what's going on. They do have some new dungeons as well, some event dungeons, and the first one you do get to try him out. It looks like he's got some really cool passives. It's going to be a great ally to have either with an undead team, potentially even with other non-undead characters. It looks like he's got a lot of abilities to protect. And just make a better, well-rounded team. So let's go ahead and summon him first and check out everything. We'll see what we have in terms of being able to ascend him to the next level. I think I've got a few free ones first, so we'll go ahead with those and see if we can get lucky. Give this a shot. And sweet! First time. I think, it's my theory, I think because I've got so many of these 6-star that if the dice roll lands on one of those, it automatically goes to this special thing, to the special hero, something like that. I don't know, I've had some really good luck with this. So let's go ahead and try a couple more. I'd like to get an unlock for him. It's going to be harder now that we've got him unlocked. I'd like to get some of the white letter unlock for him. Let's see, what do we get? Some indigo tokens. Not bad there. Got another free. Let's go with that. Try it again. If we could get a few more tokens for him, I think we'd be able to get him up to the 4-star during this event. We got a Valkyrie there. Let's go ahead and do a times 10. I haven't been running the Tower of Ponage as much lately. It takes a fair bit of time, and I've been a little bit busy over this last week, so not as active on that. Not building up these gems quite as much. So we'll have to use these few we've got. Some more for Julius. I should have him at 6-star before too long. 25 for Indigo. Nice. She's already up to 5-star. She's been really powerful at that level. And any of you guys that have seen some of the previous videos will know I've been using her a lot with some interesting and energy-based teams where she can boost up their energy, and I can boost her crit and have her critting all the time and boost the whole team's energy. So that's been a lot of fun. Masutokira almost up to the 6-star level as well. He'll be the final 6-star that I have for my fast characters, I guess, besides Indigo. Another purple chest here, some more for Julius. What else can we get? Gold chest. More for Indigo. We need some white letters here. We need some more for this Undying character. Yeah, a lot of these Celestials I don't really need anymore. I've got almost all of them up. Then some more Incendiary and Masutokira. That'll put him to 6-star. Sweet. And that might be it for unlocks. Ice Pick just about up to that next, up to the 5-star level. What else are we going to get here? We haven't gotten any more for the special character. Some Brawny. Alright, well that's alright. We'll go, maybe we'll try it again later. At least he's in the heroic. They might leave him there. We'll have to see what's going on. But first, let's give him the unlock. They're going to give us that special offer. Looks like Bushido's going to be the first ones. I don't know if I have any of those. But let's go ahead and scan down. He should be the lowest character here. Scanning. There we go. Alright. Check him out. So 53 tokens. I was able to 3-star all of the event dungeons. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. I might put out a separate video to talk about that, just in case there are people who are searching directly for it. So let's check out the traits first. We've got Master of Combat, armored hero that cannot miss or be dodged. Okay, so I guess a lot like some of the dwarf ones. I'm assuming that's how that works. Armored hero that cannot miss or be dodged. Okay, and lifeless. That's a common one for the undead. I think it's possible Echo doesn't have this, but everybody else does. Thought that was a little bit strange. I can go back and check. I remember one of them that was still getting disease when we were in the last undead dungeons. Alright, and has a 20% chance to parry any single target attack. Nice. I think I saw that might get an upgrade here after we try to ascend him. So let's take a look at these stats. He's just level 1 right now. Vigilance. Okay, he enters a defensive stance, which gives him a 25 chance to jump in front of any ally being attacked, and adds a 25% chance to counter. Alright, looks like that's going to be bumped up to, let's see, when we level it up, yep, so that's going to increase just as we level it. And let's look at his ascension. Exposed weakness. So we only have one of these. Do we have enough? Before we even check that out, can we create it? I bet we can't, because we don't have a whole lot of those monarch type. Yeah, we don't have enough of the green monarch. Really running low on those. Everything else we're good. And I don't think I've got enough material to create them. No. So we're a little bit low there, but a little bit of farming, we should be able to get that. Or even, let's check. After we look through this, I'll look and see if I can buy it somewhere as well. Alright, exposed weakness. Armor piercing melee physical attack that will also purge taunt. Okay, so good. That's can be a real pain to have taunt. That's a nice one, especially since it's armor piercing. He can do extra damage with it and pierce that taunt. Or purge that taunt. Alright, and a 25% chance to parry any single attack. So that's going to be, again, it's just an upgrade on that trait he already has. And finally, Honor Guard will jump in front of a single target death blow. And I saw this a couple times when playing with him in the event dungeon. That looks like a really interesting route, especially since he can jump in front and there's a chance he's going to parry, so he could really add some survivability to the team. And I am all for that. Let's see, you could even have him. He's armored as well, so he's armored, he's going to take less damage from physical attacks. You could pair him up with the new furnace, so he gets an even bigger buff to his defense, make him super survivable, and then he'd be able to jump in front of other characters as well as they're getting hit, and just keep them healed, probably some smaller amounts of heal. So there's a couple teams that kind of come to mind for some synergies. Let's go ahead and look for that Bushido Evo. And let's look at the tower ponage first. Still have a lot of these ponage points saved up. Let's see what Evo they've got in there. Alright, Infinity right now. We'll check through the others. We'll go to the main shop. See if it's something we can use gems on. And there's a lot of lag with that. Specials. Is it specials? Caveborn. Alright, so we don't have it right now. Let's go ahead and do one refresh on this. Since we're here. Ronnie. Alright, and we can go back and check the Tower of Ponage as well. Just to see, cross our fingers, if we can get a Bushido in there. And what's happening? No, no Bushido still. Alright, so that's not going to work out. But let's talk about the event dungeons. So I would have recorded this. I didn't think I was going to make it in my first try, but it worked out really well. I don't think this is nearly as challenging, and when they give you the opportunity to use whichever characters you want, there's so much more strategy involved. You get a lot of options. So I'll show you what group I used and just talk about it a little bit. We'll go through here. It took a while. It still took probably 25 minutes to go through the dungeon. This is a super defensive team. So, that's part of the reason it took so long, but also made it so it wasn't really all that challenging. We didn't really get near death anytime using this team. I probably could have done it without using as many or any of the potions potentially, but really didn't have any trouble. So going through, this was the team that I used. I've got Nub Nub in there. You're going to go against some fire base, but I had taunt up all the time and a defense buff all the time. So really no concern. Now if you brought Therand, you could do massive amounts of damage, but I really liked having Igorok in there because it gave me that one turn freeze for some of the bigger parties. So I could freeze them all, and then I get some additional damage due to his shattered. But whatever that is, that shattered trait that gives you times 1.5 for all the water characters damage there. So that worked really, really well. It gave me, again, it was more of a defensive than having Therand. He's a little bit more offensive. There's a lot of armored characters in there, and you do massive damage to them. But with this team, I knew I could keep taunt up all the time, and keep the defensive buff up all the time. So if you were going to swap out anyone, probably it would be Sir William. It gives you, one turn that you're not going to be able to get a taunt in each time, but Yokozuna does a great job of covering the team generally, giving him that defense buff that he can keep up all the time, and then taunt all but one turn out of his round. So it's a 4-turn taunt and a 5-turn cooldown, and so that's the only real risk that you've got there. But Theron would give you so much extra damage against those armored characters that could really help out as well. So overall, though, this was the team. Went really well. Tried to take out the mage-type characters, the ones that look a little bit like Ignis. First, they do a little bit more damage. The other guys just take a long time to take out. And when I got to the boss level, you're going to end up fighting kind of a super tank plus a bunch of mages. At least that's what it was for me. And so I ended up using my 2 potions, my 2 energy potions there with Igor Rock to freeze the group and to try to take out those mages while that tank was taunting. So if you could get someone that was going to, purge that taunt, so you keep taking out those mages, then that would work out really well as also. But here I ended up just doing polar pounding the first round, and then the next 2 rounds I did it as well, using those 2 energy potions, and all of the mages were dead, and the tank had been frozen a couple of those turns, so it took almost no damage. It worked out really well. I don't think you'll have too much trouble. Alright, that's it. So we'll keep it all in this video, and pretty soon I'm going to go through. I've got a bunch of characters that are ready to ascend, and some others that are ready to go to that next star level. We'll take a look at some of those, including Igor Rock, who now has enough tokens to be 6-star and fully ascended. So we'll get that video out before too long. I realized it was a big wait. I think it's been a week since I put something out, so thanks for hanging in there. Hope this was helpful, and thanks again for watching. We'll see everyone soon.
If you liked this, then you're going to love what we have coming out next. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mobile gaming videos, or check out the rest of the channel for more tips and tricks. If you don't have this game yet, feel free to download it from the sponsored link in the video description below. These downloads help to support the channel and help us to continue to put out more great videos. Thanks again for all your support, and come back soon as we continue our quest, seeking every possible advantage.